school in New Jersey, I went to school in DC. So we were long distance for those 3 years that we did, and finally moved in together. Okay, so for now I have to switch projects. Right now though I'm working on the, oh my gosh, it's by Autumn Olive Crochet on Instagram, and she does have a YouTube. Autumn Olive Crochet. She has a basic template for a sweatshirt, and this time I'll be doing one with a butterfly. Before, oh my gosh, it's right here. I literally wear it all the time. I love this freaking sweater. This one is her Pocket Full of Posies sweater, and her design is like the basic layout of this sweater, and then she creates the different cute grids and also like the idea of the sweater for this particular series is that it's like flowers in a pot. The pot is the pocket. I made my pocket a bit smaller than what she called for just because I liked the way the size of the flower looked in relation to this flower pot. And then I added these little flower buds, I guess, or the heads of the flower on the arms, which she didn't. But yeah, this is my version. I put abalone buttons on it because I gotta throw in the mermaid in everything that I make, aside from the blue, duh. But this time it's gonna be like a pullover sweater, which I'm likely gonna add a hood to. And it's gonna have a butterfly on the back, and I'm just cool with that. And then I added these little butterfly little babies. These little butterfly babies. They have to be like sewn down. I have to sew them down so that they look right. But yeah, you get it. And then when it's sewn down, you'll really get it. Some of them are better than others. But the way that the pattern is, they are super bunched up, and the pattern also uses cotton yarn and a thinner yarn. So this is like a weight 4 yarn with a 5mm hook. So it's not really how the pattern is. And I got this butterfly pattern from this website called mypicot.com. mypicot.com. So yeah, you can check that out. They have a gang of freaking patterns that are so freaking cool. Yeah, so mypicot.com for the little butterfly thingies right here, and then Autumn Olive Crochet for the sweater, Pocket Full of Posies series, and I did, I don't even remember, I'm sorry, I don't remember what flower I did. Yeah, she has roses, lavender, daisies, these, and you can literally do them in any color that you choose. So yeah, this is just what I chose. Yep, this is the one I made, and this one's for me. So no, I did not weave in the ends. When you order something from me, though, trust and believe there will either be carried over colors or there will be weaved in ends. Trust and believe. But for me, I do not do that. I do not care enough to do that for myself. But I care about you more than I care about me. So yeah. Anyway, I have to work on. I'm gonna start working on my own project. So I've been working on this dress that's going to be like long sleeves, and like if you get to know me, you'll know I cannot make sleeves separate. I have to make the sleeves together or I'm not going to have sleeves. So yeah, here's my sleeves. Here they are. And yeah, so one of them is like the lead sleeve, because, you know, I'm making this up as I go. So one of them is the lead sleeve. It has the stitch markers on it that are like, you increased here, you increased here, you increased here, and you increased here. So yeah, you can clearly see that I gave up on that because this is just the stitch marker for the end. But like I said, we made whatever I was doing, we got to the same point on both sleeves, so they still match. And maybe I'll figure it out later. Probably not. I'll just figure out some, we call this stitch gauging, and that's why in most of my patterns, I'm going to be providing you access to like a PDF chart. I mean, not a PDF, an Excel spreadsheet that allows you to put in your own measurements and you measure your own project, because most of my projects will start in a way where it does not matter. Oh, you wrap this around your hips. Make this the size of your hips. Make this the size of between your nips. That was not supposed to rhyme. But anyway, yeah, most of my patterns will start in a way that it doesn't matter, and then you'll get to a point where then you'll do a gauge swatch based on work that you have already done, and you do not need to frog. I mean, unless you hate the way it came out or you want to change something, that's on you. But I do not do test pieces. I don't know about y'all, but I don't do test pieces. So most of my patterns will have a gauge swatch once you get to your elbow or whatever, or once you get to your wrist, and then you can do your little measurements, type your measurements into the little chart that I give you, and then the chart will tell you approximately how much you need to do. Tell you approximately how much you need to do to get to what size for the next thing. So you may have to initially just, like I said, make a wrist, make a waist, make a hips, make distance between your nips. Then later in the pattern, it'll be like, oh, well, you'll want to do something different at your shoulder. You'll want to do something different at your this, that. And then you'll do a little bit of measuring for the future. And you won't have to undo any of your work, like I said. Rude. Just kidding. They can work. They're allowed to live. Yeah, so that's how like most of my patterns are gonna go. So anyway, that was a lot of saying words about myself. So yeah, right now I'm making this dress. It's gonna be like full on long sleeve maxi dress, but like still for summer. This is made with, I'll show you the ball of yarn. This is like a fresh ball. I haven't done anything with this ball yet. I decided to yarn winder the white out so that it wouldn't have any white. I didn't want to do any white. Like any plain white, I should say, basic flat white, because you can see this is flat white right there. So I decided I didn't want to keep that in mind. So this is it so far. I'll put it on, so you can see it later, but this is it. It's like, it's up to here right now. And then, you saw my arms, they go up to here. Oh, let me take this off. Oh my gosh. I love that sweater, dude. I wear it all the time. And I live in Las Vegas. What do I need a sweater for? No, in the winter you need sweaters, for real. Okay, but like, this is how far I've gotten. Try not to get it caught in my jewelry. But yeah, this will be like one of those things where it's gonna be skin freaking tight, and hopefully I'm gonna have like a open back and maybe this neckline. This is not the reason I'm wearing this dress, but this neckline might be this dress's friend. I'm not sure yet. It might end up being like a straight neckline, like a scooped, not straight, but like a boring one. I don't know. We're still deciding. But yeah, I don't know. Just, it's a pretty form-fitting dress. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to put it on wrong. It's a pretty form-fitting dress. It'll be like bodycon maxi. And this will be pattern only. I do not plan to make this for someone because I don't remember how long it took me, but whoever, I don't know, if I made this for you, I don't know, I have to time a few rows. I think I did yesterday. 3 rows takes 35 minutes. So all the arms, full on maxi, depending on your height and obviously your size, it'll vary, but 3 rows. At this, basically, I was timing in this area, and I do a few rows so that I get a median test. Let me make sure, because I'm pretty sure I wrote it down. Dresses. Show me your dresses. Oh, there's yours. Oh, okay. There it is. Oh. Oh. There it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, so for some reason I filed it under coats. Who knows why? That's crazy talk. But yeah, I don't know why I would do that. But anyway, yeah, 4 rows. Sorry. It says 4 rows, 35 minutes. So if that just gives you an indicator, I don't know how many rows I have yet, and I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna count them. I'm sorry. Not right now. It's not the time. Because if I count them now and I'm only at the waist, it might be like discouraging or something. So yeah, when I'm making the dress, I freaking leave these on to encourage me of the cuteness, because I mean, like, it's so basic, but it looks so nice. And it's like, yeah, it's very, bring me to life. Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. But yeah, this is me tripping on the sleeves. Trip, trip, trip. Anyway, so yeah, I got to work on this because I don't know where my other skein of yarn is for this. I have a whole nother blue skein. And for this project, I'm definitely going to be playing Yarn Chicken. So yeah, I'm just, which means I might actually not be adding a hood, which kind of sucks because I really like hoods. Like, what's a sweatshirt without a hood? Weird. Not unwearable. No, I'm just kidding. That's not true. I'll probably still be obsessed because, you know, I made it. Okay, anyway. So yeah, for this, I'm pretty sure I started with a 2.75mm hook. And like, I don't know, you can like see the stitches down here compared to up here. They're like, I don't know, maybe you can't tell the difference, but I can tell the difference. I don't remember the reason I switched. Oh yeah, because my 2.75mm hook, not only is it only 0.25 away from a 3mm hook, which is what I'm using now, my 2.75 doesn't have any, it's literally just a thin piece of metal. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. This is what it is. Your hands. Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. So anyway, yeah, you're gonna hurt yourself if you do this too often. And I was thinking this was too much. Like this whole dress, doing it with this, it's just too much. Too much. So yeah, basically, I mean, I should just like be doing step by step. If you want to make this with me, you should. But you shouldn't. It's gonna take so long. No, you should. You should do it. It's really cute already, and I think when we get to the top, I'm gonna do some weird backwards top down thing. If you've ever made something that starts top down, you typically make a circle that fits over your head, and then you make 4 points that you're gonna increase upon. So we're gonna do that, but reverse. We're gonna make 4 points. As it gets to like the place where we're gonna add our arms, I'm gonna obviously do more on the arms once we get there, just to see. I'm just trying to see how the color goes, because as you can see, I like matched the way the arms went from the bottom up, but then it's obviously changing, so I'm trying to see what I want to do next. Basically, after this green, I'm likely obviously just gonna, not obviously, but I'm gonna just continue with the way that the colors go, but you know what I mean. I just want to see how the body ends up here, to see how it looks and what color scheme I actually want to attach the arms to the body of the dress with. Yeah, what color scheme is gonna like line up and see how they fit. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna just get back to this one because I can't do that. I don't know, maybe it's my mom's house. I had to stay there while the RV was in the shop, and I brought a gang of stuff out of the RV because one, I can't live without the stuff, and then also I didn't feel comfortable leaving like all my inventory in here while they're working on it. I don't know if they're going to be responsible and like lock my shit, you know. I don't know. I'm not taking any chances. And you shouldn't either. Oh, and it's still attached to something. Sorry, if you hear like a rumbling, it's quite windy, and I have my, what do you want to call those? Ventilation flaps. Anyway, they're just like these little things that stick up and they aren't open, but they like move back and forth and make a sound. Only one of them does it though, which is really annoying, and it scares my dog. She like hates the wind because of the sounds that it makes the RV make. My pobrecita. Yeah, anyway. She's a little chicken. But she will bite you. She's a dick. But she's scared of the wind, so. Okay, so yeah, that was just like a string that I left hanging on here. Just gonna roll it up, tug it in to here. Like I said, I literally leave these sleeves on while I'm crocheting this dress because it keeps me motivated to keep going. so I can see the cuteness. I think next time I'll do a dress with just this design. Yeah, so right now I'm debating on whether or not, how bad this looks. Like, yeah, I think it just looks bad. It goes from, it's so blunt. It's such a blunt change, and I did try to mix it back here, but just the way that the rest of it is so smooth, and then boom, it's black again. Like, it makes me wanna, I really wanted the waist to be a darker color. So I wanted it to be like this, dark to light to then dark in the waist again. But I don't know, it's just like not working. It's looking crazy, right? I don't know. I just don't know. I'm gonna put it on and show you. Yeah, I should probably do, oh, I'm getting wrapped up in the yarn. I should probably not make it black, but I don't know, it just, can you imagine it's going up and doing this same color scheme again? Like, I don't know. Does it look bad? I don't know. I can't tell. But I know that if I start, I guess I could just go backwards and cut. Like, I don't know. What do I do? I hate it though. Yeah, I actually hate it. And I need to decrease more here. Like, look how much. I need to decrease more. Look how much fabric is there. Oh my god. Yeah, so definitely have to go back either way. So, you guys can give me tips on what you think, color scheme wise. And again, this is the yarn I have. So, I'm going to take a pause again because I can't keep going. I am going to unwind it though, because I can't decide what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to be thinking about what I'm going to do. And then, stop looking at my boobs. My abs are up here. Just kidding. Yeah. Stinking fly got in. There will be a pattern. Because I promise I'm not making this for you. I mean, if you paid me enough, I'd make it for you, but it's going to be a lot. These skeins of yarn are $26. And they're fingering weight yarn. So if you've ever crocheted anything at any point in your life, you know that, first of all, that's crazy. But I mean, look at it. And like, if you could feel it, it feels like a cloud. Anyway, do not be like me. But this is a fingering weight yarn. So fingering weight cotton, 100% cotton, hand-dyed yarn. That's another reason why it's $26. 100% cotton, hand-dyed, fingering weight yarn. And then I've already finished one complete skein on just the skirt. One whole skein is gone. Granted, I have like two things going on with the sleeves, but I'm using one specific skein to do that. Yeah, it's this one right here. Sorry, the thing's coming out. It's this one right here, so you can see like the next color would be the lighter green. So yeah, I'm gonna yarn wind it so that it's easier to use. And then for other stuff, for the top part, I just have this one ball left because I got four. I have four. So one's gone completely, 2, 3, oh, and then four. So there's like only one left. That's how much yarn I have. Actually, don't let, I don't want to lie to you. I'm sorry. This is what I have left of the first skein. So I don't really count. I mean, I might end up using it for something, maybe just to see. Who knows? But yeah, this is all the yarn I have left. This one, brand new, fresh and clean, and then these two that are currently being used. This one on my sleeves, and then this one. No, sorry. I don't know. What do I do? I have to unwind anyway because it's way too big. But I'm only going to unwind to where I added the black color here. So yeah, if you have any tips, leave them in the comments below. You know what? I forgot to turn the camera sideways. And it's been 30 minutes. Oh well. I'll stop here and flip. Okay, so since all my projects are on pause, I really need to figure out what I'm going to do with the skirt. I didn't unwind it yet. It's only been like 2 seconds since you last saw me. So I'm going to unwind that skirt to that spot, probably a little bit before that, so I can decrease a little bit more, a little bit earlier, and then I can consider starting to change the colors sooner, like starting to change the colors like at the actual hip bone, and then when I reach here, it'll be darker. So hopefully I can decide what I'm actually going to do, but I'm so torn. So any suggestions that you have, let me know. So I'm just going to like go through my iPad and see if there's anything I can start new or finish. Because my whips, I don't feel like digging through them, but I write down a lot of stuff, and then, you know, like I have the pattern in my iPad as like a drawing or what have you, and then if it's not finished, then I know it's not finished because I can see it in the iPad. So yeah, and if it's finished, it's in Canva, and I'm writing the pattern already. So if you have any questions about like how my creative process and what I do, just leave them in the comments below, or maybe I'll do a different video. Again, this is my first video, so I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. Who knows? No, maybe nobody will even watch this. Okay. Oh, I could perfect that cover up I freehanded at the beach last summer. I really do actually want to do that. So let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, please. Oh my gosh, you guys. I just found this top that I must have designed because there's literally 2 of them. That's so funny. I mean, it's kind of cool. I must have like made it, and then maybe it was too big or too small, and then I do not remember this at all. And then I made it again. Literally 2 finished tops. And like if I have to look at my tops real quick, but this apple. Oh no, dudes. This is mine. I don't. Yeah, this is mine. You know how sometimes like maybe you'll make something and you think I thought it was like someone else's pattern that I did, and maybe that's why I didn't remember. But no, this is literally my design. Look at this. It's in there. That's the design. And this is the top. Okay, let me show you up close. This is the top with the little alpine stitch. Oh my gosh. I can't put it on for you right now, but oh my goodness. It's so cute. Okay, maybe I will put it on. Hold on. Okay, here's the first one. And I mean, like, you can't tell the design because it's all one color, but like, it's 2 pieces joined with the side. I left my bra on because, be for real. But, oh, I didn't tie it. But like, this one is the one that's made a little bit big. It fits me because right now it fits me. That's why. Yeah, it's kind of cute, right? It's like, sorry, we're like connected to a tripod, and guess what? That's not how tripods work. Yeah, I think it might need some tweaking in this part, like, you know, stop here or whatever, but wow, look at that. I don't know, you tell me. Okay, I'm gonna put on the other one and see if this is the bigger one. Look at this. Dude, you guys, I made this. Okay, this obviously, wow, definitely too small for me. Sorry, boobies. So sorry. But yeah, the base is still like got that issue. But I made this one with maybe a smaller hook. Yeah, way too small for me. but definitely still wearable by someone, just not these. But oh yeah, look at the straps, how they go up. They're thick and yeah, oh my gosh, obviously this needs a little work in the pattern department. Maybe a little tweakage. Last row single crochets to bring it in instead of double crochets, or last 2 rows right here single crochets to give it some. Look at that, that's actually really cute, y'all. So I'm gonna figure this one out. I'm gonna be working on this. This is what I'm gonna be doing, because like there's already a pattern written. There's already a pattern. I need to type it up. Like what? You guys, I literally created this and I didn't even remember. That's crazy. Okay, hold on. Okay, so anyway, yeah. Has that ever happened to any of you? Oh my gosh. Like, I literally just found these in this bag, which is full of stuff that I didn't fit, but now I do again. So yeah, these booty shorts that again, I made 2 of. No, these are 2 different ones. These are like super double high-waisted ones. Yeah, and they're not finished, but no, they're the same, aren't they? No, they're different. Like the top is different. This is like one of the very first things I ever made, and like I said, like you can see how tightly it's cinched back there. This is like when I first started crocheting. You can see how like old too it kind of looks. It's still probably wearable because I was that good. No, I'm just kidding. It's still probably wearable though, just because I grew again. This I followed a pattern, but it ended up still way too small for me, even back then. Oh, and here's the matching top to this, which stretches like a mofo. So it looks super tiny, but this was made with 24/7 cotton yarn by probably Lion Brand. I forgot who it is, but 24/7 cotton. These are shorts that I made by Skylar Crochets. One of the first patterns I bought. Shout out to you girls, Skylar Crochets. Oh no, Sheila. Oh my gosh, Skylar Crochets. Oh my gosh, anyways, we all know who she is. She's amazing. She's one of the crochet queens out there. But yeah, this was one of her patterns, a multi-way top and then shorts. Oh, this was like my first attempt at like a sexy thing. I might give this a try again because I mean like the center design isn't I'm gonna get closer to you guys. The center design isn't bad. Like, let me see if I can stretch it between my arm. This would have been like in between the bust. It's not bad. Can't really tell though, because it's black. So, you know, black stuff is hard to see. But this, it would have been like this. It was supposed to be kind of lingerie style. I'm not gonna put this on for the video, but I'm gonna put it on and see what tweaks I can make, like what idea I had back then, because this was from like 10 years ago and I don't have any idea what I was thinking. So I'd have to like look at it and see. But like, look how cool this center, it actually looks really cool if I could get the camera to see it. Well, it actually looks kind of cool. That arm has a tattoo on it. Probably wouldn't be able to see very well. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, glasses are falling. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what it would look like in the bust. And honestly, that would look so cool on an arm too. Don't steal my idea. Okay. Oh, I was playing yarn chicken with myself, I guess. And I told myself I would get more of this yarn, and then guess what? Guess what? So yeah, this is like a whip that's never going to be a finish because again, this is from 10 years ago and I don't believe they make this anymore. So there's that.
it's pretty much not gonna happen. Ugh, but it would have looked so cute. Like, look at this, guys. Maybe that's why I kept it, because I thought it's just too cute. Maybe I could find like a purple or a blue or a pink or a whatever to put on the back of it, because it's so like cute and stretchy and comfy and basic. It's just one row of double crochet and one row of double crochet, chain one, double crochet. It's like the most basic thing you've ever seen in your whole entire life. And then, you know, I did the sleeves. Yeah. Probably going to try to save it. Oh, this is by, oh my gosh. I don't even think she makes crochet patterns anymore. Ugh, I can't remember. But yeah, wow, that's so cool. I just found a, oh, this was the first thing I ever made. Like the very, very first thing I ever made. There's a long string somewhere that crisscross ties it all together. Hope you can hear me because my fan is on. But yeah, this is like the very, very first thing I ever made. Look how wild it is. It's freaking insane. Like, who are you? Who were you? And I literally never wore it a single day in my life, other than to like put it on to see what I did wrong, to learn from it, and then to never do it again. I literally never did it. Never did anything like this again. Okay, well that's a lie. We just saw that black one. But yeah, this is great. Well, I never did anything this ambitious and insane with like the edges and the different stitches. Like there's like so many different stitches. I tried like this kind of shell stitch, a different kind of shell stitch. I tried all these different ones that require different math. Yeah, so I was just like going ham on different stitches and like, look at that. What is this? What is this? And then it doesn't even match on the other side. Like, what were we doing? Who knows? We were learning. That's what we were doing. We were learning. Literally the first thing I ever made. And after that, it just snowballed. So, like, I freehanded this. So that's why it looks like shiz knit. That's so funny. But I keep it because it's like it's my first thing. You wouldn't wear it. You shouldn't wear it. But anyway, back to this. So yeah, you tell me if you like this, and I'm about to make it a pattern, regardless if you like it, because someone will, because it's cute. I think it's cute. Still, it's cute. It's cute. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I made that, and I forgot about it. And it's like a whole ass ready pattern. Can you believe that? I mean, that's kind of crazy. Okay, no, for real, I want to leave this out so I can actually try to finish that. I don't know why this is in here, because this is like all stuff I don't wear, but I actually do wear that. I actually love that freaking outfit so freaking much. So freaking much. It's comfortable as hell. Like it doesn't cinch out your waist, but because it's like made in a V, it makes your body look so nice. So if you don't have these, you need to make them. Charlotte Crochets. She knows what she's doing over there. Oh, this one. I forgot about this. This is by Like a Dolly. Yeah. LYKADOLLI on Instagram. I don't know her YouTube. But yeah, it's like so cute. This is the baby. She's so freaking cute. Yes. Get your life. I want to wear that. I want to put all of the things that I don't really wear together, and I think I'm just going to change those last two rows to make it so that you get more cinch on the bottom. 2 or 3 rows probably. So let's see. Okay, so because of the way this top is designed, the cups kind of should sit on their own, which is how it kind of looked in the first top, the one that actually fit me. So the cups should sit on their own. So what I'm going to do so that the under bust is under the bust is decrease 2 stitches under the bust, maybe even 3 stitches. But I'll definitely, in the row that closes the bottom here, I'm going to decrease some stitches, and then yeah, and I think that'll make it work out. I think that'll make it so that it cinches it in enough that, yeah, you actually have under bust so that it supports you while you're sitting in the top. And then I'll make the back a few stitches smaller because they are 2 separate pieces. You'll make the back piece on its own, and it'll be like a rectangle, but you'll make it on its own. So then it'll give you more open skin here, and you'll actually, again, get more support from tying up the straps. And that is another way, just a little tip, that's another way you can resize your patterns is by changing the hook size. So say something like almost fits you when you maybe like do up a chain, and you don't want to do a gauge swatch, just half size up your hook. Most of the time that works. Or same with the opposite, you can half size down. And there are a ton of patterns out there that for different sizes actually suggest that you change the hook. But for some stuff, like I have a dress that's coming later with granny squares, and with some stuff, it stretches out like just like this. So I'll show you. So I mean, this is your normal fabric, right? I mean, this is the larger fabric, and you can see, like, if I put it up against my skin, sorry, this is not my skin, but if I put it up against my body, you can see the openness of the stitch compared to, I do believe this is the 4mm, and this is the same exact piece of the top, but you can actually now see the detail of the top. You can see that it's the square kind of top, but in this, when you look at it, you have to like really look at it before it's stretched over your chest. I mean, you can tell what it is. You can, but you know what I mean. Like the stitches are naturally, these are tighter and it's more open and airy. You can see through this. So it kind of sucks when you tell like a larger person, or the larger sizes, that they have to use a larger hook, because then I think it lessens the quality of the product that they're getting, rather than doing the actual math and giving them measurements that, giving them stitch counts that fit within the same hook size. So yeah, it's just like a double-edged sword kind of. There are patterns that I do have that I haven't been able to figure it out with giving them math, because the way that things like get smaller and larger based on that hook size, I have had to scale up the hook size for it to make sense, for me at least, because that's just how my brain was able to figure it out, to be able to fit someone else that was larger. So, or even sometimes smaller, because on a smaller body, granted it takes like so much less time to put stuff together, there's like joins in between certain places here, gusset, stuff where you want the hips to be showing. It's like there's so little space sometimes. You're like, wait, is a nip gonna come out? Is a lip gonna come out? So, and I mean, same for larger sizes, but I feel more intimidated making smaller sizes than larger sizes. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, so I'll just have this smaller, and yeah, maybe I won't even have to change too much. That's so cool. All right, guys, so yeah, look out for that pattern. Anyway, yeah, that is so cool. I just found a literal finished product. It's not finished, but like it's finished. I could wear that. I could wear that. That's crazy. Anyway, sorry. So I'm just going to be working on this, and I'll get back to you when I actually am crocheting again, because it's not right now. I don't know where my skeins are. I don't know what direction I'm going to go with that skirt. Dress, sorry. And yeah, this is going to be something that I can put into testing like tomorrow if I want it. I already have a pattern test running, but yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Today is April 29th, and it's 3:17 p.m. yeah, my pattern tester call is open until I forget, but it's open right now. So if it is May, if it is within 3 days of this, then it's still open. And then if not, just check for the pattern that I might be releasing soon. No, I am gonna be. I am, not might. I am releasing it after the testing phase. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting delirious and yapping and yapping. I'm done. I could just type it up and make a real pattern in Canva. That's crazy. Sorry, I don't know why I'm signing at you. Force of habit. Yeah, that's so cool. Okay, we gotta keep this at the front of our mind. And we're gonna have to remake it. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna frog. I'll probably frog it because the only parts that need editing are, for these technically, is the back pieces. In real life, I would change the front too, but because they're already made, I'm only going to switch the back pieces, or redo the back pieces. I mean, I actually might not touch these. I don't know. I might just remake them all together just to see if I can follow my own pattern. Probably going to do that. That's actually what I'm going to do. Yeah. It's kind of cool, man. I really did that. So crazy. Okay, so I'm looking through this bag of, it's like whips, kind of. Just like a bunch of, not even whips, but like when I was testing squares and stuff, or like about to make something and then was like, nah, I'm not going to make that. This, a granny square with a slit in it, don't have any idea why I was doing that. No freaking clue. Wish I knew. Wish I knew. Why would one even do that? For this or something? I don't know. I have no idea what I was doing. No clue. But I just found this cover up thing, which I was gonna, it looks like I was about to add like another border around this thing at the top, but like it's just a little cover up. It's got a little slit in it. That's really ghetto. It's ghetto AF, but like I think I was testing a concept or something with stretchy yarn. But now that I think about this thing, I'm like, this would be so cute. So now I have to keep going. Even though they don't make this yarn anymore, Elise Diva Stretch, oh, they don't make it anymore. So sad. And it looks like it kind of started to unravel or something. I don't know what that's doing down there. Something. I don't know. You can kind of see something. Ooh, something started to happen here. I don't know. But I'm going to figure it out. You can see I was starting like another double crochet row. But yeah, it's just got like a little, like I just tied it. I don't even remember this either, but on the inside I tied it with just like a knot. So like it can be taken out probably. Yeah, it just tied a knot. Like, what the heck? All I did was tie a knot. Yeah, I gotta figure out what I was thinking, what I was doing with this idea. Yeah, anyway, just came back to say I found another thing that might be cool, but I didn't write it. This, I don't have anything written. Nowhere, Phil. Nothing mesh. I have ideas about mesh, but that kind of probably include this. Like I could use this in my idea. That's so cool. Yeah, oh my goodness. Okay, well, I found another thing, and maybe I'll just be messing with this for a while. So give me a minute. Okay, so just get over my chonies. Sorry, this is the only angle I have. But yeah, like it's just a little like that ends up looking really cool right there. So whatever I did, I'll figure it out. And this is what I'm going to be working on because it's actually kind of cool and it's summer. And I literally just did that blue velvet sweater. If you follow me on Instagram, you can go check out the blue velvet sweater I just did. It doesn't have a pattern, so I'm trying not to show it off too much. I mean, like, it's just a velvet sweater, but like I created a pocket design that you do like line doing the sweater and then creating a pocket and sewing it on so that it looks seamless. And I mean, I think that would only matter to a crocheter. To be honest, sometimes crocheters create stuff that like only other crocheters will think is cool, and I think this is one of those things. Is my inline pocket or like hidden pocket? I don't know whatever you want to call it, but you'll see it in a later video because I'm gonna be making another one, and I'm gonna do just the sweatshirt version. This one I did like snuggie style all the way down to your knees, or like sweater dress style all the way down to the knees. So the next one will be a little bit different, but it'll have the same pocket and it'll have the same counts and stuff. And yeah, I'm excited for that video because I love velvet. And maybe I'll do a summer video first and then the velvet video because it's summer. We'll see. Anyway, I think this friggin' project that you saw at the beginning of the video, that one already is like 50 hours of work and I'm not even done. And that's just designing a thing whose rows are repeating. It's just because, you know, the stitches are really small, the hook is really small, the yarn is really small, everything is really small, except for my body. So, like, yeah. I mean, even if I made that for an extra, extra small, it's still taking me a really long time. So, yeah, if there's some other stuff out there that you think will take you a long time, maybe I'll try it. I mean, even though I'm super impatient. So if it's like cheap 100,000, don't ask me to do it. That's rude. Don't do that. That's rude. Like, that shows me that you don't care about my mental health. Okay, so don't ask me to do things that are like chain over 100. And I can't replace that chain with like a foundation chain. Because that's mean. That's like you don't care about me. So maybe you don't. This is my first video, so anyway, sorry. Yeah, so just keep watching. Okay, you guys, so I am writing the pattern for this mesh thing that I found. I took it apart a little bit and opened it up, and I kind of see more what I did, and yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of write up something and then obviously remake it, because this was when I didn't even know like how to find my edges, especially in a mesh stitch, which is really, really hard. Still today, I have to use stitch markers, which if you use stitch markers, do not feel bad. If you don't look, or sorry, if you look when you're crocheting, do not feel bad. Those things are like fictional goals that you don't need to have. It doesn't make you any better of a crocheter. It doesn't really make you any faster. So yeah. I will say those things make you more accurate though. Looking and using stitch markers. But anyway, yeah, so some of the edges are like just way off. I just did not know how to end it, and now I have that knowledge under my belt. So I'm gonna go through and like rewrite all of this and most likely unwind it and redo it, because this is Elise Diva Stretch yarn, and this yarn I will not be wasting. You basically can't get it anymore. Like, you can, but it's so freaking expensive for me to get it here. And then they just have no good colors, and before I ordered so many balls of this yarn, and I'm slowly getting to the end of it, and I'm so sad. So yeah, you might see this pattern, but just keep in mind you won't be able to get the yarn. So you'll have to use the substitute, and I will be making dresses with the substitute that are, it's not just as good, because I feel like Elise Diva Stretch is better to get wet, where the other yarn is called Celinda Himalayan Stretch yarn. It's more cottony, so when it gets wet, you feel it holding the water. Where like this, when it gets wet, you don't feel it holding the water. Even if it's wet, you don't feel it. Like, it's just different. So I'll be working on this mesh situation. Yeah, with my favorite yarn that you can't find. It's so sad, but like, it's the perfect knit. And I don't know how I did this as a beginning crocheter. I'm gonna have to do some counting and figure out like how many chains are in the chains, and yeah, exactly what I did to make it this wide and open looking and keep the shell pattern, because you know how a lot of times people will do a mesh stitch and then it ends up looking square, like it ends up looking like blocks. Well, this one didn't do that, and I don't know how I did that, and I need to figure that out. So I made it so that, you know, the next row ends up directly in the center, and your girl has no idea how she did. I still today don't know how I did that, and I did this. And I know I didn't follow a pattern because I've never really seen one. So, yeah. I'm gonna just be figuring the funk out. Like, I feel like it was magic. I don't even see, like, I just don't even see it yet. So I just don't see it yet. So, yeah, I'm gonna figure it out, and then I'm gonna write a pattern based on what I learned. And I'll get back to you guys with this. It's gonna be cute, and I'm gonna change it up, and then yeah, it'll be really cute. It's like, you see how this is so abrupt? It's gonna be gradual, and yeah, I'm excited about that. I think it's gonna look really cool. Whatever I do. All right, see you. Wish me luck. Okay, so where am I with this thingy? I figured out so many different things regarding this little babe. And yeah, so basically this was probably when I was learning how to do foundation double crochet rows, so that I no longer had to do BS chains, which today your girl does not do. I don't do chains for almost anything. So yeah, chains, other than the project, like this is all chains. So ignore me. This is the only time I'm going to do chains. But like for creating and starting a project, I hate using chains for that. So I learned foundation double crochet. And so that is why we have this weirdness right here. If you're familiar with foundation double crochet, sorry, I don't know if you can see that, but if you're familiar with foundation double crochet, when you go around, the bottom part of your stitches ends up not linked. And so like I restarted the babe with a little bit smaller hook just to see how it looked. Something to keep in mind when you're making something like this, like mesh stitches or something with like a lot of space, is to make sure that the fabric that's created is comfortable later. So like I might do a little bit more of this. You can kind of see it's thinner and smaller, but it's still, you know, the same style. But I might do a few more rows and then like go sit on this to make sure that you can sit on it comfortably, because I don't want to make something that you then are super uncomfortable in and have to stand in all day. And then also you can see here is where I have the beginning of the foundation double crochet row. So you can see where I went up to the next row here, and how these two stitches don't join, and that's the nature of a foundation double crochet row. So yeah, this video is getting super long, even though it hasn't been edited, and I didn't do an intro and I didn't do an outro yet, so I'm gonna stop it here. Yeah, so look out for some patterns that are coming, just because I went through my bags, and this wasn't even supposed to be that kind of video. I don't really have a plan for what kind of video it was supposed to be, though. So if you got this far, thank you for sticking with me, and I hope you come back and watch any other video that I post. Check out my Instagram, check out my TikTok. They all pretty much have the same content on them because I don't know how to do anything differently. But if you have any suggestions, you can let me know that in the comments.